Welcome everybody to this pick a card reading. We have 6 reading options laid out before you, and in a moment I'll tell you what each of those 6 gemstones is, if that helps you to get in touch with your intuition. If not, get in touch with your intuition however it suits you best in order to choose which pile or piles seem to be calling to you, having a message for you. And in some cases, maybe none of the piles will be speaking to you. So just follow your gut, follow your intuition, and practicing your intuition like this with pick a card readings to see, am I choosing correctly a reading that has a message for me that's strongly resonating? Just the practice of that will build up your intuition as well. So today we're answering a question. This one won out in a recent poll that I had on my community page. If you want to participate in polls like that in the future, just make sure you're subscribed, and you should see my community page posts show up in your news feed on YouTube. But the question is, what is next in your life and love adventure? So in your adventure of life and love, what's going to be coming up? So sometimes we're not allowed to see what is coming, but sometimes we can. And so what I'm asking all of our divine helpers here today to assist me in doing, and to assist you in doing from your end and understanding the message and receiving the message and aligning with your message, what I'm asking is, if there is something that the viewer can know, that it would be in their highest good, or it would help align them with their highest good for them to know what is coming next. You know, what is that message? What can they know? What could actually help them to align with their highest good if they did know about what's coming next for them in life and in love? All right, so we have 6 reading options here. Number 1 is Jet. Number 2 is Herkimer Diamond. Number 3 is Cavansite. Number 4 is Celestite. Number 5 is Amethyst. And number 6 is Barite. So those are your 6 options. Just look down below for those timestamps, and I'll see you at your reading. All right, for everybody who chose number 1, which was the Jet, and the key phrase on the back of this card says, claim your space. So whatever's coming next in your life, we're going to look at general life first, and then we'll look at specifically your romantic or your love life. So something about claiming your space. Okay, so we have inspiration and courage, transformation and change, ground and center. I definitely feel like you are following your own intuition. So I feel like you're going to see like a stronger sense of connection and knowingness in terms of what's right for you, and it's going to keep you stepping towards what feels positive and good. Like you're going to be in the flow. Situation calls for you to go with the flow. It's time to let go of control issues. Use logic to be successful. This is the crocodile symbol from Adinkra. The Adinkra images, and it says a symbol of adaptability and cleverness. So you're going to be following your intuition in your life going forward, and there's going to be a need for you to be able to adapt and go with the flow quickly. But it seems like you're going to have a lot of strength in doing this. You are going to be really going with the flow. And so everything is going to be happy and peaceful. All these people have very peaceful, accepting, content looks on their faces. So I feel like going forward, you're going to feel very content and centered. Whatever changes are happening in your life, you kind of instinctively know what these changes are flowing you towards. So you're in the flow and it's moving you towards some sort of greater stability with the ground and center. So if you've been looking towards stability, you're going to be finding it. And it's sort of like, because you're going with the flow, that's where you're going to find your sense of safety and security. So there might be some changes that you need to make in your life before you get to that place where you can kind of settle down and plant yourself a little bit more. So I think also with abundance, the grounding and centering that you're allowing yourself to flow into by trusting your gut instincts and remaining calm and centered, it's moving you towards a more stable experience of abundance. I celebrate the abundance of this wild, rambling, decadent universe we live in. I see abundance everywhere and recognize that it's an amazing law of nature. And so there's no need to worry. My idea well will never run dry. I can let ideas flow like a gigantor waterfall, then dream up new ones as I sleep under trillions of twinkling diamonds. Can you believe all this decadence is free? So yeah, I feel like you're stepping into like a trust and a faith that abundantly you will be taken care of. And that does take a lot of strength and, strength and courage to be able to do that when we're in changing, uncertain times, to still have this faith and this sense of knowing that your abundance is secure. That's what you're doing. The changes coming up are allowing you to see more clearly that abundance in your life is secure. And you're just allowing these changes to happen. You feel okay. You know that you have your space. You feel safe. You have a safe space. You're abundant and provided for in your space. You're trusting that you're going to have a safe and comfortable and abundant place to live. So if you've been seeking that, you're going to be finding it. And if you have already had that, you're going to be seeing more clearly the abundance that it provides. We have purse, pay attention to your finances. So there's going to be a very positive experience and related to abundance. You're going to be seeing that you have everything that you need. But you'll have to adapt along the way. So you might need to play different roles than you have in the past in order to take full advantage of the new abundance coming in. It might require you to take on different roles, but I feel like whatever new roles, new activities, new behaviors you take on right now, all of it is done because your gut instinct is, this is what's going to make me have a happier life. Yeah, you're not willing to be dissatisfied with life anymore. That's what this card says. Cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. You are going to mend your cup so that you can understand satisfaction, so that you can be so utterly satisfied with the abundance that is there and always has been there and will never stop being there, because you're repairing that cup. You're allowing your vessel to truly receive and understand what it is you are receiving, understand the true beauty and grace of what it is you're being given. And it says tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. I feel like also there's this sense of you being content with the flow of time. That time might be slower, but that may be what's necessary right now. So I feel like you being okay with certain things taking the necessary amount of time. And you know that as long as I'm continuing towards point B, I'm going to arrive there. So it's having faith in the journey as well, that though the journey sometimes might be slower than others, Sometimes it might be quicker than others. Again, it's going with the flow and allowing time to unfold as it needs to as well. Something to do with career. I don't know if you could hear that car engine go by. That was very loud. So career and rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over, and then opportunity or windfall with the carrot. So definitely there's some sort of breakthrough coming for you that's really going to open you up to so much more positivity and joy. And it does have to do with career and or finances or abundance, you know, because abundance encompasses more than just finances. It's just about understanding that all of our needs are met, not just our financial needs, but our emotional needs, our psychological needs, and all of that. I feel like you're just going to be feeling the abundance in your life so much more clearly than you have in the past. That's going to be the biggest change for you in your life. And what about in your love? In your love life, we have possibility, trust, and then abundance. That wanted to kind of be reversed. So I'll take that into account because I've been talking a lot about abundance. We've already had the rainbow show up. You know, rainbow is like a promise of abundance, right? The gold at the end of the rainbow. Let's see what else. So I feel like what I'm thinking first of all is that it could be that you're in your life in general, you're seeing abundance more clearly, but maybe in your love life, because this one wanted to be reversed, you're not seeing and enjoying the experience of your love life so much, or it's harder for you to see that your romantic needs are being provided for right now as well. You're not seeing it clearly, or you're not experiencing it the way that you want, and so you're not seeing the opportunity in the current moment. The current moment is allowing you lots of possibilities. And this says, raise your standards, elevate your expectations. You have unlimited potential. So right now, if maybe your romantic life isn't as fulfilled as what you are wanting it to be, perhaps that is a blessing, or you could see it that way and be grateful for that as a blessing, because it's allowing you to seek out possibilities for what could be satisfying. And it's asking you to trust, leap into the unknown, have faith and move forward, believe you will fly. So this moment is an opportunity for you to learn trust in how your love life will be fulfilled. See the abundance of the moment as it is. And one of the possibilities that might be good for you to seek out right now is connecting to people more through friendship, maybe prioritizing friendship. In fact, that could be an avenue for you. I mean, this is what will happen, right? What's coming up. So I think that you will have possibilities in terms of friendships. And I think that if particular friendships offer you a lot of stability, then I think that you need to consider that possibility, that this would be maybe a good connection to forge. And then it might require you to think about sacrifices. Now, if I pursued a friendship, does that mean I would have to sacrifice a romantic relationship with them? Or, you know, questions like that. I feel like with Neptune, there's still a lot that's unknown here, for one thing, because Neptune kind of clouds things over. It makes things sort of more mystical and more energy-based rather than reality-based. So energetically, though, some sort of opportunity or opportunities regarding friendships, trusting in people who are providing stable friendship to you. I think you're going to see more abundance with that, but also it's going to play a role in your life. These friendships are going to play a role in your love life in a way that's to some extent still unknown. We have Two of Cups. Part of the reason why is because it allows you maybe a freer expression, a more honest expression of your emotions. Like when you're trying to get to know someone as a partner or potential romantic partner, you might not be as free and honest with all of your feelings and your thoughts and everything about who you are. But I think you're being asked to explore friendships right now, because there are going to be some friendship possibilities that come up where you can be open and honest and really express your true heart with these people, which you're really feeling. Like not feeling like you have to put on a show, not feeling like you have to pretend you're not having a difficult emotion when you are. So I feel like your heart can open up more. So this is sort of like a bridge. This friendship opportunity or opportunities coming up for you are helping you to bridge your connection with your heart and how you connect to other people through your heart in an honest way, where you can really say how you really feel and trust that there's an emotional net to catch you, that this friend of yours really cares and they want to help you improve your life, and they want to help you with your emotions. They care about your emotions. So that's a great thing that's coming up in your love life, is this wonderful friendship that's going to help you to teach you how to open your heart up so much more. So yeah, that's a wonderful message. So if you chose number 1, I wish you all the best. I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you got something helpful out of that, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, welcome to everybody who chose reading number 2, which was the Herkimer Diamond. So let's see what's coming up in your life. We're going to look at your general life first, and then we'll look at your romantic life. Let's just see, what do we have going on here? Okay, so we have Give Love, Meditation for Clarity, and Plant the Seeds. Showing up, your connection to music, and then Child of the Heavens. Child of the Heavens, this is a beautiful card indicating hope, healing, renewal, and a new path. You may receive help from an unexpected source. The star is the star of hope and is here to guide and inspire you, to show you that as difficult as things have been, you have now come out of the other end and things will get better. Okay, so I feel like you've been, maybe you have been struggling a little bit. What does this say? Power wash your energy. Yeah, so I feel like, you've definitely been looking for clarity. I feel like life has been sort of confusing right now because things haven't been really going the way that you wanted. And you're trying your best. I feel like you're holding up. You're holding in there and you're trying your best. You're showing up for life, but sometimes I feel like it's almost like you're just barely showing up for life right now. But I feel like in terms of like what's new for you is you're going to see more support. I feel like you just have to kind of open up to more support in life. What is this about music? What's coming up for this person related to music? Okay, so I feel like music is something that you're going to find especially healing, and it's going to bring you some of that clarity. It also could come up as a way for you to connect with other people, a way of you to sort of socialize or feel more of a social kinship with other people. Also would be to connect through music in some way. I kind of feel like you're meant to be, what's going to be happening is that you're going to be making slow and steady and careful connections with other people, because you need more support in your life. I feel like for a lot of you, this might be like about friendship or even friends, family, but just letting people into your life more, but in a slow and steady way. Like you're nurturing new connections with people. And this may have been a sort of confusing or difficult area of your life, feeling like you had the relationship support that you needed in life, the social support that you needed in life. And I feel like you're going to see improvements in that area of your life. Let me see here. Okay, and this boot says, increase your effort if you want to achieve your goals. So I feel like you're going to be placing more of an effort on making social connections, but it feels confusing to you sometimes about exactly how to do that. You know, how do I show up for this journey of having more friends or being more connected, feeling like I have the support that I need, because I don't know how to get there on my own. But, you know, if I don't have the support that I need to help me get there, it seems like a little bit of a catch-22. So I feel like you're stepping beyond this catch-22 a little bit and making progress. Part of how you do that is through taking care of your physical health. You know, so if life seems confusing, then just focus on those things that you do know to do, right? You know, every day that there are certain needs that you have to be met in order to have a good basic sense of physical health. So focus on those things if any other area of your life is too confusing. And also with Secret Admirer, I think you're going to start seeing yourself a little bit more clearly and seeing that people do love and appreciate you, that people do desire to know you better and to have harmonious interactions with you, more so than you realized. You're going to start seeing that more, but I feel like first you have to open up to that. You have to start to see and admire yourself, and the more you do that, the more it's going to become clear to you that, oh, other people actually hold me in high regard and really think I'm a wonderful person. There must be a reason for that, right? Lobster, financial pinch. Let's see more about this. Whoops. Oh. And then candle, you will be shown the way. So I think whether it's a financial pinch or any other area of your life where you feel like life's a little bit confusing, I don't really know how to get out of this pinch that I'm in, this is just a reminder as well that you're going to be shown the way. Yeah, and so sometimes you feel that pinch that you feel might just be that you don't feel like you have what you want in life. Life just isn't what you want it to be. You haven't made with your life what you have wanted to make. But you need to trust that you're on the right path. Okay, just because you can't see everything doesn't mean that you're not still on the right path. And you're also being provided with this divine assistance and earthly assistance from people who want to help you out right here in the physical world. The people you encounter in your normal everyday life, they want to be of assistance to you. They want to help you. And then we have tankards, celebration, fun, and enjoyment. Yeah, I see you finding ways to trust that other people really do care about you and opening yourself up more to finding ways to celebrate fun and enjoyable times with other people in social ways. So that's what I see in terms of what's coming up for you in your general life. Let's look at your romantic life. Ooh, we have support, passion. So even in your romantic life, it's like with all of the areas of relationships in your life, you're learning how to accept support. You're knowing how to get more of the support that you need. You're learning that you're deserving of it, and you're doing it because you're supporting and loving yourself first. And you're not afraid to seek out people who are wanting to support you. Some people who care as much about your passions in life as they do theirs, because that's the kind of love that you have to give. You've grown into this. You've grown into this person who needs to be fueling your own passions and your romantic partner's passions as well. You want to be connected, and you're going to be connected to what you're moving into is a greater connection of your head and your heart, your emotions and your mind. And that's going to benefit you very much because you're going to see your love life, your feelings, your passion, who you're passionately driven towards is going to play a role in this. But then your logical mind of, but how could it work? Are the circumstances right for it? That's going to support you as well in understanding those feelings, because just because you have passionate feelings for someone doesn't mean that that's the best person for you to end up with. So I feel like you're seeing more clearly because you are thinking with both your head and your heart. And okay. Yeah, you've had a lot of difficult experiences in your love life, and you've really grown from them. And because of that, you are going to be reaping greater happiness when it comes to your love life. You're going to be more at peace with yourself, more at peace with your current circumstances. You're going to be finding more of the satisfaction and self-worth. Yeah. And it's like, oh yeah, with all this fiery energy, you're going to be following your own passions and doing it with abandon, because you're like, whoever loves me, whoever's going to love me and support me the way that I need to, will love and support me following my passions with my full heart. Putting my mind and heart into what I most want to achieve with my life, what I most want to make of my life. There's no reason for me to not go after that anymore, because whoever's going to love me the right way will be someone who supports me in fulfilling my greatest potential, not someone who's going to hold me back. And I feel like you've had experiences of being held back before, and so you're learning how to have peace with that so that you don't have to keep repeating that pattern of inviting people into your life who are going to hold you back because they don't want you to be stepping into the fullness of your power and your potential, because that intimidates a lot of people. It makes them feel uncertain that you're going to stick around because they might think that you would outgrow them. So I feel like you are aligning more with a love situation going forward where you're only going to accept the best kind of supportive, mutually supportive experience in your love life. And if it's less than that, then that's okay, because you have plenty on your plate to accomplish so that you can make the most of your life, and you're not going to let anything stop you from that. All right, so that was a great message. I hope that was helpful to you guys who chose reading number 2. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Welcome to everyone who chose reading number 3, which was the Kevin site. And the message on that card says, expand your consciousness. So what's coming up for you in your life and love? There's going to be an expansion of consciousness. So we have go with the flow, affirmations for acceptance. We have seasonal harvest, rough drafts, protected, and we have from the Adinkra Oracle, I am not carrying your basket, a symbol of industry, self-reliance, and economic self-determination. It's time to expand your horizons, higher knowledge, study of scriptures, monks, and new cultures. So I feel like that, the initial message that I'm getting here is to have greater acceptance, or I feel like what you're stepping into is greater acceptance of, and not letting people bother you. It doesn't mean that you condone it, but you're not letting it get to you when people try to make you carry their basket, when people try to make you reliant on them, or where they're relying on you in a way that oversteps boundaries. I feel like you're willing to give people second chances. So that's what I feel like. And coming up in your life is a willingness to go with the flow, give someone a second chance, say, okay, our first go around was a rough draft. Maybe we can refine it. And if you do want to give someone a second chance, you're protected in doing that, because I feel like you're giving someone a second chance in a way, or you're learning how to give someone a second chance in a way that does respect your boundaries, because you're protecting yourself. So that's what I'm getting first of all. You're giving someone a second chance. Let's see what your tea leaf cards are. So we have the Peacock. I feel like someone has had a lot of pride. You've been dealing with a very prideful person. You want to have harmony or prosperity with this person. You want to be able to break bread with this person, because you feel like that would be the most harmonious experience here. But this is someone who's been very prideful and very difficult to accept. The way that they have put burdens upon you or something along that line has made it hard for you to feel like you really want to break bread with them, but it would be in your best interest to get along with them. So I feel like you're going to have to let certain things go. If you want to give this person a second chance, that's going to be what's required. You could also just let go of it entirely, but I'm feeling like if you never gave this person a second chance, then there's a lot of other good stuff that goes along with giving this person a second chance that you wouldn't have the opportunity to experience. Like maybe there are mutual friends or people in common, and you want to be able to interact with those people, but maybe not this person because they've been so difficult to deal with. But it would stress everybody out if you totally avoided this person. So it's a choice to make. You can leave this person behind entirely, but you might lose out on a lot of other connections. Or you can give this person a second chance with proper boundaries and say, we can give it another try. Maybe our first go around was just, it wasn't the right season for us. Maybe we just had to try a couple of times, or it wasn't ready. We weren't ready to be able to be civil. And maybe we can let bygones be bygones now, and I can give you another chance. And I do feel like if you do give this person another chance, you will see that their behavior is better. We will see a bridge here. So I feel like there will be a breaking of bread with this person. Things will be more okay than what they have been. But then we have it followed by the broken bridge. So I don't want to, paint this as a perfect situation either, because I feel like this is a person who, it's not going to be just one broken bridge experience. I think you can heal things and get them to a better place. And there might be times beyond that where things kind of break down again. But I do feel like it's not going to be as bad the next time. And every time that this bridge gets broken between the two of you, when you repair it, it becomes stronger. Again, I feel like this is just someone you kind of have to put up with in order to be able to receive other blessings that you do want to receive. And I feel like every time you do rebuild this broken bridge, it does become stronger. But there are a lot of knots. It's a difficult interaction. Sometimes you might just need space from this person in order to get a better perspective, in terms of taking second chances. That might be part of the long-term way of coping with the fact that there's this person in your life. Learn how to be assertive, not aggressive. Sometimes we think just being assertive and asserting our needs and asserting our boundaries and asserting the kind of respect we deserve is being aggressive. But it's just being assertive. There's a way to do it that doesn't undermine other people or make other people feel attacked, but still allows them to see like, hey, there's a line here. I need you to not be stepping across that line. And I feel like as well, you're going to learn a lot of wisdom in dealing with this person. And a lot of the brokenness here is just a lot of misunderstanding as well. So if you can leave space to say, okay, I'm going to try to understand this person better, although it's very difficult, then I do feel that good things can come of that. So that's what I see coming up in your life. What about in your romantic life? We have gentleness, courage, and awareness. We have the 6th house of routine, the 12th house of escape, and the 3rd house of messages. So this again is about setting strong boundaries. So this courage card, it says you are safe. Fear is an illusion. Set strong boundaries. So whoever it is that we were just talking about, which I don't think is a romantic interest, but whoever that is who you need to set strong boundaries with, that interaction might be somehow connected to your romantic partner or a romantic love interest. And I feel like this person is aware that it's difficult for you because you have this conflict with this other person, and that negatively impacts your relationship with your lover, your love interest. This person feels, so they're aware of it and they understand how hard it is, basically. I mean, maybe you don't get along with one of their friends or one of their family members or something like that. Someone else in their life that's just going to be around. So they have a lot of kindness and sweetness towards you because they know how hard it is. So I feel like you might be seeing that more, that this person does have that sense of compassion and understanding for what you're going through. They feel like it takes a lot of strength on your part to deal with this situation, and they do want to make it easier for you in whatever way that they can. So I feel like you might see them taking some sort of action on their part to help repair this so that it's not such a burden on you, because I feel like it's been such a burden on you, and they kind of want to take some of that burden off, let you escape some of that for a moment. So I think that this person might be talking to you about this situation. That might be what's coming up. I think some long-awaited change, positive change that you've been wanting is in your love life. In regards to this person, it is sort of shifting and changing right now. And this has been a dance that your two souls have been having throughout many lifetimes. So if it feels like nothing is changing now in this particular lifetime, then if you saw it in the context of your multiple lifetimes with them, it would even seem like more ridiculous. It's just some sort of lesson the two of you are learning that's been very difficult. But I feel like some long-awaited significant change and shift towards the positive and really learning this lesson is coming forward. And it has something to do with communication. I feel like you probably already sense that this person is wanting to communicate something to you, but you're skeptical at the same time. Either your intuition keeps telling you that they're going to reach out and communicate honestly with you about this, or I think maybe your intuition has been telling you that, but you're still suspicious. You're like, I don't think they're really going to talk to me about that. Again, your intuition is saying that yes, and you're allowed to know that. You're allowed to know that a communication is going to come to you from this person. This person's going to reach out to you with honesty. So if it's someone who you're already in contact and communication with, maybe they're just things that haven't been said outright, and those things will be said by this person. They will address them openly and honestly, and it's going to be a welcome shift that you can more openly address these kind of difficult situations, which maybe you've both been trying to sweep under the rug, sort of. All right, so that's what I get for you guys who chose reading number 3. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Welcome to everybody who chose reading number 4, which was the Celestite. And it says, tune into your serenity. So what's next in your love and life? Your life and love? More serenity, which is always nice. We have learn from life, accept love, imagine and envision. So we're going to start out with your general life. What's coming up in your general life? And then next we'll look at your love life specifically. Okay, so what does this say? Tune into your serenity. Okay, so I think you're becoming more serene with certain life lessons that you're experiencing right now. You're finding what it is. You're finding what's lovable about the life lessons that you're being presented with. I feel like you are really taking time to be in your head a lot, to be very creative, very introspective, very inspired, getting in touch with your imagination a lot. So I see you spending a lot of time in your imagination, in a world of fantasy, and really enjoying that. I see you like wanting to be outside a lot. And I see you like also just really coming from your heart. Like I see maybe you wanting to cook for people or just do really sweet, nice things. I just feel like you're feeling pretty good actually in terms of like what's coming up in your life. With this accept love and the nutrition underneath, I definitely feel like you're going to be cooking for people or accepting food that other people have made you with love, because these are both sort of like cooking cards. This card says, when you climb a good tree, it's a symbol of support for good causes. Help is on the way. Let your friends help you. Ask your angels to guide you. They are at your service. So yeah, I feel like you are allowing other people to do nice things for you, but in turn, you're really wanting to do lots of nice things. Overall, I see you as going forward feeling very good and pretty excited about life, you know, like wanting to explore outside more, wanting to explore books or ideas more, but also your imagination. You're making the best of time spent alone, but you're also like not denying connections, very supportive and loving connections with other people. So I feel like overall I see you living a very balanced life. And you have a very strong drive to accomplish something. You feel very passionate about life. You feel very good about life. You are hereby awarded an infinitude of drive, motivation, follow through, stick-to-itiveness, and any other permutation of said super fuel. You can wake up, buck up, and blast through the daily darn-its to finish whatever project you've got your greasy little mitts on. Even if the luster of your once so very new and thrilling idea has lost some, or a lot of, its sparkle, you've now got the boost you need to just keep slogging till it's done. And the speedier the better, so you can fall in love with the next new sweet creative thing. So yeah, you're falling in love with so many different ideas that you want to pursue, so many different fun projects, loving projects. So I just feel like you're very productive lately or going forward because you're connected to what you're passionate about. And that's where you're spending your time and energy, is on the things that truly make you happy. And so you're just getting a lot done, but you're also like coming up with all these wonderful ideas. So we also have Weeping Willow, family sorrow. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. Okay, so there's a lot of good stuff going on in your life, but I do feel like there is maybe still a presence in your life that if you think about this too much or involve yourself with it too much, you're having a difficult experience. It could be regarding a man in particular. something related to the month of December. So this vine says, seek out information that will help you. You are highly thought of and position of authority. So I kind of feel like, I don't know, there's just one little area of your life that might be really kind of getting you down right now, making you sorrowful. But your guidance is to continue to kind of reach for the light. Climb upward towards the light, because maybe someone is bringing you down, whether they intend to or not. You need to focus on the people who you definitely know love and support you. Focus on the energy that you get from those people. Give those people more of a position of authority in your mind, rather than the critics or the people who have more of a sinister energy towards you. Because in our mind, sometimes we give too much space to the people who bring us down in whatever way. So I think the guidance is you've got so much going on for you right now, and moving forward, like, don't waste this good moment, this uplifting, productive, imaginative, wonderful moment in your life by getting pulled down by some sort of, someone whose energy isn't great for you. Just don't pay so much attention to that right now. Focus on all the wonderful things that are going really well for you. So that might be guidance, or it might be, a premonition of what you will be doing. Maybe it's a little bit of both. All right, so that's your general life. What's about your love life? We have partnership. We had discernment, which wanted to come up reversed, and imagination, which wanted to come up reversed. So I think it's hard for you to imagine that you'll ever have the partnership that you want. But that partnership is arriving to you the more quickly you can discern that a better reality is possible. And the more you can open yourself up to possibilities, not get stuck in any one direction of this person, or it must unfold in this way, in this timeline. If you can open yourself up to lots of beautiful possibilities, possibilities that would truly be wonderful to experience, the more you actually bring this partnership into your life. When you believe that it's possible to have, that your happiness can be fulfilled, not just in one distinct way, but in many. There are many possible ways that this could unfold in such a great blessing for you. That's what's going to bring it in. I feel like your romantic life going forward is going to become less confusing. It's going to become less of a mystery to you, because you're going to see more clearly what you do really desire. I think you've been maybe in some moments confused about what's really best for you. Where is your happiness really? What truly makes you happy when it comes to romantic relationships? You're going to be aligning more with what you truly desire, what you truly want to experience. So you're going to have more clarity about who you want, what types of qualities you want in a romantic partner. And because you're able to see the possibility of having that type of person in your life more clearly, and you're willing to see that there are many ways that this beautiful partnership can unfold, you're healing the part of yourself that has been blocking it. And then for some reason, when I got these tarot cards, this from a different deck was stuck in here, but I just kept it. So you have 3 major arcana and then the 6 of cups. There might be a renewed connection with someone from the past. That might be something you want to hear. Sometimes you're like, oh my God, nobody but from the past. But whoever this is, it's very happy though, because we have the 6 of cups. But it's also an emotional connection that runs very deep. Six of Cups is a sun in Scorpio. Death is related just to the general sign of Scorpio. So, you know, there's someone who you have such a deep emotional bond with that, I mean, the connection is so tight. The bond, to me, the Temperance card is about a bond that you've created where you've worked through difficult times together and you've created a stronger bond. There's someone like this in your life who you're going to be returning to in some way going forward. And there might be something about your reconnection with this person that helps to transform and open you up to those greater possibilities of like, oh, okay, I'm not as limited as what I thought. You know, maybe you're going to open yourself up to this person, or it's maybe certain qualities that they have, but something along those lines, a reconnection. It's a very positive reconnection or reunion or remembering. You know, Six of Cups can be memories. Maybe there are strong memories coming up to you, but whatever it is, it brings you a greater discernment about what you really want out of a relationship and the type of bond that you really want to have in your ideal relationship. So that's what I get for you guys who chose reading number 4. I hope that was helpful to you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, everybody who chose reading number 5, which was Amethyst, and the key phrase is get drunk on your highest self. When to use it? When it's time to give up the victim routine and start living with purpose. Hold on tight to Amethyst. Okay, so maybe you're moving out of a why me mentality and into more of an inspired taking charge of life. We have the Sun and Stars, we have Water Magic, and we have Affirmation for Growth. Yeah, well, I feel like you're just connecting more with your highest self. And I also feel like if you're someone who has any sort of tendencies towards overindulgence, what I see life bringing you towards as you move forward is you're just happy and you realize you don't need any sort of substance or overindulgence to make you happy. You just feel really content with life. I feel like your emotional needs are met. Definitely, I feel like you are connected to nature and, you know, plants and animals, maybe just getting some fresh air a lot. Whatever it is, it makes you feel very vitalized. You feel very emotionally nourished. You feel very connected to the divine, so you feel very spiritually aligned. What is leading you to have this experience? First of all, forgiveness. It's okay. I think you're forgiving yourself more and forgiving other people more. Let me just read this card. I forgive myself unconditionally for any and all shortcomings, imperfections, foibles, fumbles, flops, or failures of my present, past, and chances are, to be honest, future. I might not be perfect, but I am a perfect being, and I will continue to be perfectly imperfect with all the joy and acceptance I can possibly muster. Giddy up. Yeah, so you are having greater self-acceptance. We have counseling here, so I feel like some of you are feeling better because you're going to counseling or you're going to be going to counseling, and that's what's going to allow you to just feel happy and content with life without having to apply some sort of substance or, like I said, self-destructive or overindulgent behavior towards life. Life inherently can be a positive experience. And it might, like I said, maybe through going through counseling or even just talking to someone who cares, opening up to someone, allowing someone else to open up to you, you know. And this is EPA or IPA, handcuffs, a symbol of slavery, law, and order from the Adinkra Oracle deck. It says, don't let anything hold you back. The fear that's holding you back is an illusion. Break the shackles and release yourself. Traditional and cultural bonds that tie people down. So maybe you have these traditional or cultural bonds that in some ways, your traditional or cultural bonds, maybe they support you and they give you more stability. In some ways, it could be the influence of your culture or your traditions that you grew up with that actually are making you feel like it's an attachment you want to break free from. Whatever it is for you, you're going to be doing what's best for you. You're loving and accepting yourself, and if some sort of behavior pattern hasn't been good for you, you're willing to let it up, and you're willing to see the support that's available to you with the good stuff in your life. Let's see what else. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths are opening up to you. Karma, you reap what you have sown. So you're stepping into a happier experience because you've done the work necessary, because you've been involved in forgiveness, because you worked on yourself, some sort of self-improvement through going to counseling, whatever it's been, you're going to be reaping the benefits of that. And anything that has had you kind of handcuffed, which could be an addiction, or anything else in life, some pattern of behavior or tied to traditions, anything that is not in your best interest, you're going to be happier because you have chosen in the past to let go of those things. There might be times when you want to go back to those self-destructive behaviors, though. Maybe November was a particular time. Maybe Thanksgiving, because we have turkey and November coming up together. Oh, and the broken wishbone. So something related maybe specifically to Thanksgiving was a time when you might have backslid to less self-loving, less self-forgiving, less self-accepting ways. But they're saying, look, you moved forward from November, didn't you? November's in the past now, and look what you did. You didn't allow some sense of negativity to get you down completely. Maybe it stopped you in the moment back in November, but you didn't let it get you back completely. You moved towards a better life for yourself. Or you have the opportunity to do that now. Or both. But it's sort of like loving and accepting yourself even when you behave stupidly. Because there are going to be moments when you're not being so perfectly loving towards yourself. But you're learning to forgive even that. I'm forgiving myself for forgetting to be self-loving in a moment. Anyway, let's look at your romantic life and what's coming up here. We have compassion, patience, and celebration. Well, I feel like you've had to be patient with someone in your romantic life, or maybe you've just been patient looking for or waiting for love to enter your life. And I think that, again, it says forgiveness will set you free. Maybe it's forgiving the universe for not having this love show up in the way that you wanted it to, or in the timeline that you wanted it to. But I feel like you're coming to a greater sense of peace about that as well. You're realizing that you have an abundant life, and it's because you're creating an abundant life for yourself. It isn't because some romantic love wish is going to be granted some way off in the future, and that's when you finally get to have an enjoyable life. You're realizing now, I have an abundant life because I'm going after it. My needs are all met. I already have my happiness. And if I'm single right now, that just means I have more control over the decisions I make about my life. So there's an opportunity there. I have a certain sort of opportunity right now in being single. I'm feeling like a lot of you are single watching this because of the Hermit here. Or you're just realizing, if I'm quote unquote on my own, then that means I get to make the ultimate executive decisions. You wouldn't have that possibility if you were in a partnership, not if you were in a healthy partnership. So there's an abundance, there's a gratitude to be had for the moment, even though you're still in this process of patiently awaiting for your romantic life to be fulfilled in a certain way. You're realizing ultimately, I already have my fulfillment. My abundance is here. Now I have emotional abundance even now. It's not something that's going to be dropped off in the future. So I hope that makes sense. I really like this message too of if I'm alone, that just means I have more control over my life. If you're a control freak, well, that's something to enjoy about the single life, right? I feel like I can relate to that. All right, so anyway, I hope that you all get something helpful out of this message. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, people who chose reading number 6, let's see what Spirit will allow you to know about what's coming up in your life and in your romantic life. Your stone was barite. Get answers to your biggest questions. When to use it: when it's past time to stop saying yes to things you hate. Ask barite what your true calling is. Then go live it. It will be terrifying, but what's the alternative? So some of you have had some questions about what to do with your life. Or you just had some big questions about your life. So those questions are going to be answered. We have meditation to dig deep, hibernation and regeneration, and fire magic. So I feel like, first of all, you're reminded that it's in your best interest right now to take time to really dig deep. Some of the answers you're seeking about what to do with your life, if you really go within, if you spend some time with yourself, spend some time with your soul, then you will find the answer. And I want to use this metaphor with you guys of being in a cave. And this is, if you're familiar with Plato's story of the cave, it starts off sounding a little bit like that. But this is a metaphor to help you understand what it means to really get connected with your soul. So imagine you're in a cave and there's a source of light. You don't know where the light's coming from, but it's casting some shadows upon the wall. So you know that there are shadows, there's light, and there's darkness. And that can make you curious to figure out where that light is coming from. And so we seek towards the light and we find the doorway out of the cave. And then we see the sun and we experience the fullness of light. We still cast a shadow, right? Even fully in the sun, there's a shadow. But that's enlightenment. When we seek towards the light and we try to see what's causing these shadows. I want to understand this source of light. That's seeking towards that is seeking enlightenment. That is getting connected to spirit, higher conscious awareness. But another way of exploring deeply into your soul rather than in spirit, spirit is like sort of like what's above you, like the divine or angelic and divine guides. That's connecting with spirit. But when you want to connect with your own soul, it's like the seed of who you are as an individual throughout many lifetimes. And your soul is like both the seed and the record keeper of all of the experiences that your soul has had through multiple lifetimes. So how do you connect with soul? It's doing the opposite. So you're in the cave, you see the shadows on the wall. Instead of trying to find the source of light, you go the other direction. You go deeper into the cave to where there's no light. And you have to really feel around in the darkness of the unknown where there's no other influence. No angel, no spirit guide is telling you what you should do with your life. There's no other influence. It's just the darkness. It's just you and your soul. And that's what I feel like you're going to be doing in some way with this hibernation and regeneration. You're connecting more to the inspiration of your very own soul. Okay? I don't feel like you're losing touch with spiritual guidance, with that higher consciousness, but you're giving equal weight to the needs of your soul, what your soul needs. So I see you going forward, digging deep and creating this closeness with your soul, this relationship with your soul, and understanding yourself better. And that's what's going to bring some of these answers that you've been seeking. And then we have oracle cards. So you're going to receive some aspect, or maybe all of this answer you're seeking is going to come through oracle or tarot card reading, some sort of divination. And it might be what you do for yourself. And this card, it talks about discerning answers for yourself and others. So that might be what it is. Maybe you're turning to oracle or tarot cards yourself. Or you're able to understand the message that's coming to you through a card reading or some sort of psychic reading. We also have luck. It's here. It's here. A package sent straight from the heavens, or dark matter for all you atheists, that's been gifted to you, dear friend, and it contains a very cartoonish poof of luck. This magic fairy dust will stick to you for the next few weeks and align with whatever unseen forces need aligning to open the creative doors you've been waiting for. Keep your eyes peeled for opportunities, connections, and winks from the universe, hinting that you're headed in the right direction. So pop on your victory sash, follow the trail of good omens, and don't stop till you get to the after party. Hopefully the cheese fountain will still be going strong. So yeah, lucky opportunities are going to arise for you, but also like you're going to be lucky in the amount of signs and omens that are pointing you towards what's best for you. So, and this card from the Adinkra Oracle, it says this symbol means pacification, not a symbol of pacification, forgiveness, and reconciliation. The bond or knot that binds parties in a dispute to a peaceful, harmonious reconciliation. So, yeah, so something in your life is going to achieve some sort of peaceful reconciliation, something you've been questioning about a lot. You've already been getting guidance, and you're going to continue to receive the guidance that you need that will draw you towards the luckiest opportunities. Let's see what else we get with your tea leaf cards. Someone new is entering your life, which will bring great happiness. It's going to bring you lots of new experiences, this person. But also there will be moments when you and this new person might get angry at each other. So then you get to practice forgiveness. This person is your lucky opportunity, but you have to dig deep and see your own potential in continuing to get to know this person. You're on the right path. So you're already currently on the right path. You're going to continue to be on the right path. So you don't have to worry so much about that. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. You're also definitely on the path to greater self-understanding, greater enlightenment, connecting to your soul and your spirit more, which is allowing you to work through any issues you have regarding having harmonious relationships, and there's some sort of new person entering your life. So let's move into your romantic life. Maybe that's what's new coming up in your romantic life. Okay. We have freedom, rebirth, and miracles. You're going to be experiencing miracles coming up in your love life everything is going to be so different in a miraculous way. You definitely have love entering your life. Yeah, so I think the new person that we saw before in the general life reading, yeah, you're going to have some new person come in and totally transform your life. You're going to understand the freedom of love. It's going to be a different experience of love than you've ever experienced because you both love and trust each other. You're going to have to work through some things because we saw there are going to be some moments of anger that you work through, but you've been pointed the way towards this person for a while. The guidance to get you aligned with this person isn't new. You've been, whether you know who this person is or not, you've already been guided towards them, but it's going to seem like a miracle when it really comes in. And you're just being asked to have faith. You've been given lots of answers about how this is going to be fulfilled. You need to trust those answers that you've already been given. If you've had intuitive nudges many times, then you can kind of relax and have faith. Yeah, this is going to be a love that changes your life. Oh, I accidentally I had these 4 tarot cards as well. Put them back on top of the stack. Yeah, your King of Pentacles, your spouse. I feel like you're going to be meeting your spouse. It's been a situation that has been held up for some time because you both had to achieve some sort of greater enlightenment. And I think you may have had also to sort of decide between 2 people. Or you may going forward, because this is predictive, maybe you will have to decide between 2 people. But either way, you're going to be seeing that one of these people is the one who provides you with that stability that you seek. The other person does love you, but they have an equal love for multiple people. So their love for you isn't as unique. So just trust the path. You're not going to get off of the path. You're not going to make a mistake here. Your guides are saying you're doing a good job of continuing forward. So just have faith in yourself that you are taking the correct steps when it comes to your romantic life. And some of the questions will be obviously answered. You'll know the answer finally. So if you're like, I don't know, who am I going to end up with? You're going to be finding out. This new love is going to come into your life and transform you. So it may be someone you know, it may not be, but it's going to be a new love in some way. A new love experience. And it will be a miracle. It will be the way that it unfolds is miraculous. Your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how. Yeah, just have faith. That's the answer. The answer is to have faith. There isn't any other question really that you need to ask about it at this point. Have faith in the miracle and then allow the miracle to show up as it does. All right, so everyone who chose reading number 6, I hope that you found something helpful in that reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.